Your fit may be clean, but does it have that aura? You can go ahead and put that to the test. And in today's video, I do have a little bit like a wardrobe essential mixed in with some fashion essentials. First things first, we're gonna start it off with the Adidas pants, or not pants, but I guess you call them sweats, joggers. I'm not gonna fake it to y'all. I don't lie in any of my videos, y'all. And I'm gonna say that I have never ever owned a pair of Adidas sweats in my entire life. I'm not gonna lie. I go Nike all the way. But then again, I guess it depends on what exactly I'm wearing. Because I have gone Adidas with some shoes, and I feel like Adidas has some very comfortable shoes, very great traction. But in this case, I'm not gonna say it's definitely not the worst pair ever. It definitely works with some styles, and I feel like it also can be something that is something you should consider getting. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and put this for now as this is a good piece. I'm not gonna say that you should get it. I feel like you can get it, but it's like I'm not gonna really put it too high on the list. I will go ahead and change things at the very end of the video, so stay tuned to the very end because this is not where it'll stay at the whole video. But next things next, we got a white tee. Come on, y'all. We gotta have at least one single white tee in the collection. Very versatile, can go with everything. So I don't even gotta say too much, y'all. This is definitely gonna go in the you need this category. Now we got some boots. I ain't gonna lie, I haven't stepped out of my fashion too much, so I can't really say that I wear boots, or I can't really say that this is something you need just because I haven't worn it personally. So I'm gonna go ahead and say this is something that works with some styles. This definitely works with some styles. I've seen people pull it off on Instagram, TikTok, or whatever you find your media at. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys have seen these too, even in your everyday life. Now these are some sneakers. I'm not sure if I should rate these sneakers in a specific category or like what these sneakers are. I believe they're Adidas. I don't know if I should say they're just Adidas sneakers and go by that. But this is very average. I feel like it works with some styles. Is it not a good piece? I definitely probably wouldn't wear this, I ain't gonna lie. And this is kind of, I wouldn't say controversial, but it kind of goes against what I have in my collection. Because if you guys don't know already, I have a pair of black Air Force Ones, and I thought I was going to be wearing those shoes a lot, but it turns out once I got them, I kind of got a weird vibe from them, and it wasn't even just the vibe that threw me off. I feel like it doesn't really go with a lot of fits as I kind of pictured it in my head. Because man, when I wanted them, I was like, man, I gotta get these shoes, but as soon as I got them, they're literally just sitting in my collection. They're so clean too. But with that being said, I'm gonna just put out the not a good piece. I don't really like the idea of all black sneakers. I definitely think there's some good black sneakers that have some white in it, like the Converse Chuck 70s or things of that nature. But for this specific one that I see right here, I'm definitely putting that in the not a good piece category. Now, I believe these are a pair of pants, regular black pair of pants. I feel like you gotta have these in the collection. Very versatile. You can wear them to work. You can wear them to a nice dinner. Look at the outfit right there. Literally, that's a nice outfit. You got the white and the black. But I'm going to go and put this in that you need this category. Now, I believe this is like a suit jacket. This is definitely not a you need this, because I definitely feel like not a lot of people wear suits, or have to wear suits for that matter. But it's a nice thing to have in the collection. So I'm going to say you should probably have at least one of these for maybe like a wedding. Maybe a job interview if that's what you're doing, or maybe just for those very few occasions that you have to go ahead and, or you not have to, but it kind of is preferable. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the you should get this category, because you never know when you got to pull it out. So we got a jacket. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a fan of these jackets right here. I love zip ups. I love the color too, but where is this gonna go on the list? I have quite a few of these on my collection. This is a nice jacket, I'm not gonna lie, and I feel like it's that windbreaker type of style, if y'all can get that. But yeah, this is definitely one that I say you probably need in the collection, because why not? I'm pretty sure they're gonna have hoodies in here too and things like that, but I feel like that's one of those you gotta have in the collection. Next one, I believe this is just a bracelet. Maybe like a diamond bracelet. We're just gonna classify it as just a bracelet, because not everybody can get diamonds. And I feel like accessories are definitely great to include in the collection. Speaking of accessories, I'm making an accessories video very soon on the channel, so make sure you hit that notification bell ASAP. And do not put it on personalized, you guys. Put on all notifications, because personalized is kind of weird. It kind of like switches things up where you don't get all notifications. But make sure you hit that all notification bell once you subscribe. But these bracelets, I feel like you don't really have to have it, but I definitely recommend you should have it. I'm not going to put it as you need, because need is a very strong word, but I definitely recommend you should get it because it definitely will elevate your style. So as well as like watches and just like different bracelets. I have like a bracelet right here, which is basically where I'm from Kenya. I wear earrings and things of that. But yeah, I feel like these are very good defining pieces of your overall identity and what you like in your style. So let's go ahead and just get on to, I don't know what this is called. I wouldn't say it's the worst piece, but I definitely wouldn't put it on. So I feel like worst piece is kind of a strong word, but we might go ahead and note back on that later in the video and put it as the worst piece. But for now, this is going to be classified as just not a good piece. Now these are joggers. If you have some pair of joggers, I feel like they're more that athletic wear. These, I ain't gotta say too much about them. I feel like they're just a good piece. I'm not gonna go ahead and say you should get them, but they're just a good piece to have in that collection. Now we have some pair of shorts, some dress shorts for that matter. Dress shorts definitely work with some styles, and I feel like it's a great piece. And I feel like you just gotta have a pair of shorts. Dress shorts too. You never know, because you don't always want to wear basketball shorts. You want to have something a little more formal, a little bit more like dressed up, if I had to put a better word for it. But yeah, you definitely need a pair of dress shorts. I feel like these are joggers. These are a pair of pants. This is a good piece. This is definitely a good piece. And I definitely say you need a pair of these. Now we got a pair of Converse. A pair of canvas sneakers. Now, what do I got to say about Converse? I feel like Converse, it's a good piece. You don't have to have a pair of Converse. It definitely works with some styles, but I feel like it's even higher than that. Like it's even on a higher scale than that. And I have owned a pair of Converse, and I have a crazy story on those. But I'll say that for a different video. Actually, matter of fact, I'm gonna share it. I had a pair of Converse, y'all. I had a pair of white Converse. They were said not a Chuck on the sneaker, y'all. And man, one of my favorite pair of sneakers of all time. I'm not gonna lie, that I ever had. I had them around like when I was in high school, and man, on this last day I wore them, I went to go get a dinner, and on this dinner I decided to get me a Shirley Temple. And if you don't know what a Shirley Temple is, it's like a Sprite that has like, it's more of like a reddish type of Sprite type of drink. So me being me, I'm just drinking the Shirley Temple and it spills on me. I actually forgot exactly how it happened. The night was kind of a blur. I feel like since I spilled it on it, I feel like that just turned into the main event of the night, and it kind of ruined my night. But Shirley Temple spilled all over my white pair of Converse, and I was so mad. I didn't even take the time to clean them, y'all. I was just so mad at the fact that they got all red on them. But yeah, I definitely learned a lesson there. But man, this is definitely a good piece. Very comfortable, by the way. Very comfortable. It was very versatile. I was able to wear it with so many different outfits. So yeah, this is definitely a great piece. We got a crew neck. Crew neck is fire. I definitely say it's a pair you need, or something you need to add to the collection. I've had many crew necks in my lifetime, and I feel like crew necks are very, very essential. Jean jacket. I was a good advocate of jean jackets back when I was in high school, but nowadays it's just not really my thing. I definitely say it works with styles. I guess it just depends on how you style it. So I'm gonna just put it with works with some styles for now. So we got a pair of, I guess you can call these dress shoes. Dress shoes, these definitely, I feel like they're kind of on the same level as boots. If this was a loafer, I probably would have put it in a different category, but they're just dress shoes. I feel like I don't really wear dress shoes. I have a pair of loafers, but not dress shoes. So I'm gonna just put those in the works with some styles. Now we got this little, what do you call these again? I forgot what you call these, but this is like a plaid, this is got like a plaid button up. That's what we're gonna call it. A little plaid button up. I actually have one of these in collection, but it was too small for me to wear it now. But I can't lie, this is a great piece that I used to wear a lot. So I put this in it. This is a good piece. Now this looks like a cozy little jacket with a little turtleneck vibe. I gotta say, this works with some styles, but it's not the most versatile. We got a hat. I feel like hats are very nice to kind of switch it up. So I'll go ahead and put a hat in a good piece. Actually, I feel like you should get a hat, because why not? It adds that little difference between your fits. We got a Nike jacket. this Nike jacket right here, it's very simple. And I feel like it's very versatile. So maybe I just might have to put this in the you should get this category. You don't have to have it because maybe you're not really into that athleisure wear, but I definitely recommend that you should get that right there. Now these is real tight. I don't know if this is for a man or for women, but this is crazy. For a man, I don't really like the idea of tight shorts. Yeah, unless they're like compressions, but compressions you don't really see. But yeah, this is kind of crazy for me. If this is for a man, this is definitely the worst piece ever in my opinion, y'all. Don't take this too hard. If you guys do wear this, man, you wear it if you want to. I'm just giving my own personal opinion, but for me personally, this got to be one of the worst looks for me personally, especially if you have some like muscular legs and it's kind of hugging your legs. I don't know how I feel about that, but it's definitely got to be one of the worst. Now we got a pair of Jordans. You don't have to have a pair of Jordans, but I gotta say, I definitely recommend you get them. Yeah, Jordan 1s. I'm gonna classify this as any pair of Jordans. I feel like Jordans is a fire streetwear item, and I feel like you can't go wrong with a pair of Jordans. We got a leather jacket. I don't have a leather jacket in the collection, but I know it works with some styles, so I'll just put it there. It's not really nothing too crazy for me because I haven't really did my experimentation with it on, but yeah, we'll just leave it in that works with some styles category. We got a pair of shorts. I don't know what material this is, but I wish I could tell you. I feel like it's leather. I don't know if I would really wear it. I feel like I can really put a piece together with it. Is this being too generous? What do y'all think? Let me know where y'all put this at. I'm really confuzzled with this pair of shorts right here. I don't know where I want to put it at in this list, but it's a very weird piece. My conscience is telling me to put this in the not a good piece, so I'm putting it there. What is this right here? These is just some weird pieces, y'all. I don't even know what to classify this as, but I know it can work with some outfits or some styles. But I ain't gonna lie, it's just not really my vibe off the picture. We got a pair of shorts. This gives me more of that more like casual wear. It's not too dressy, but it can be dressed up. So this is gonna be one that's it works with some styles. We got a pair of loafers. I was looking for the loafers. We got a pair of loafers. I feel like you gotta have a pair of loafers. I'm not gonna say you need them, but I feel like you definitely should get you a pair of loafers. It definitely really is dressy. But if you don't go with loafers, I've even seen people rock dress stuff with Converse, y'all. So I feel like that's another good alternative too. But let's go ahead and get to the next one. We got a pair of loafers again. Another pair of loafers, but this time in black. I'm going to go ahead and put that in the same category as the other ones. But yeah, we got a long sleeve. Now I guess long sleeves, they're pretty essential. You got to have at least one long sleeve in the collection. Maybe it's kind of cold. You don't want to wear a hoodie. You don't want to wear a crew neck, but you can go ahead and throw on the long sleeve. Then next one we do have is a pair of jeans. These kind of give me that vibe of like some stacked jeans. This is definitely a good piece. You don't have to have it in the collection, but I feel like stacked jeans are definitely a great piece to add to that overall wardrobe. We got a necklace. Necklaces are pretty fire. I feel like this is another one of those pieces you can add to your collection if it fits your style and your overall identity, and that's what you like. So I won't put it as a strong, but it's definitely something that's a good piece. We got a coat. I don't really have a coat in my collection, I'm not gonna lie, but I definitely know it works with some styles. Now I'm gonna just classify this as the oversized white tee, and I ain't gonna lie, I've been liking oversized recently just because I've been working out, and I feel like when you're skinny, at least for me, it didn't really work out. So I'm put that in the good piece category, and just so we can see a little bit more, I'm gonna go ahead and zoom out a little bit. Hopefully y'all can see this on the playback, but here we go. All right, we got a pair of, looks like some boots. These I don't like them. Worst piece ever off rip. We got a pair of polos. I was about to wear a polo for this video today, and I ain't gonna lie, I feel like polos is very essential. We got a puffer jacket, very, very nice. I feel like you should get it. You don't have to get it because there's other replacements like a regular jacket, but puffers are very nice for cold weather. We got rings. I don't personally have any rings. I don't know if I will wear rings, but this definitely works. I wouldn't say with some styles, I know people wear them with a bunch of different things, so I'll just put it as, it's a solid piece. It's solid. We got like a white dress shirt. I feel like this kind of goes hand in hand with that jacket, that suit jacket. I feel like you should have one in the collection if you definitely do want to dress up. But yeah, it's a recommendation, but it's not a strong need. We got one of these bags. These are like kind of the bags where you hold like some essentials like your phone, maybe your wallet, things like that. I think it's a good piece, very essential. I don't have one in the collection, but it's a great thing to add. Are these skinny jeans? If these are skinny jeans, I feel like skinny jeans definitely work. They work. They're good. They're a good piece. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not really into my skinny jean bag, but I see a lot of people wear skinny jeans, so I'll leave them in that good piece category. And then next up, we got a pair of just regular jeans. I'll put these in the you need this category, or you should get this. You don't really need it, but I feel like you should at least have one pair so you can have that versatility to your outfits. These right here, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what they're called. They're some type of boots, but I ain't gonna lie, I would cop these for sure and add them to the collection. It's a very, very good piece. I really recommend. Sunglasses, I feel like you need. For me personally, I wear sunglasses in every single fit pic on Instagram, so this is going to be a strong need for me. My eyes are very sensitive to sunlight, which makes me wear these a lot at the time because I don't like to squint. So this is definitely a need. Next thing we got is going to be a pair of sweats. You got to have a pair of sweats in the collection. Like what? Do your homework on sweats. We got a pair of like kind of like sweat shorts. So we got to have a pair of these for sure in the collection when it's a little too hot to wear the regular sweats. We got a tank top. Man, I wear a tank top every single day. I feel like you got to have at least one of these. If you don't want to wear a shirt in the summertime, you can go ahead and pop on a pair of tank tops. You got a bag. This is a great thing to have in your collection because why not have a bag? And then we got a pair of athletic shoes. This definitely is a good piece, especially if you are doing athletic activities. So I'll put this in a good piece category. This is a turtleneck, right? Turtleneck is cool. I feel like it works with some styles, so I'll leave it right here in this category. We got like a varsity jacket. I love varsity jackets. I feel like this is a very good piece, but it's not something you... Actually, it is something you should get. Scratch that. I got a very, very, very nice jacket the other day. Gifted to my dad. So shout out Dad if you're watching this video. But I've been getting a lot of compliments on it. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people have been liking it. I just threw it on yesterday. I got compliments on it at work. Compliments on it at the gym because I kind of just had it on as like something I had over the stuff I had on my gym stuff. But yeah, very, very essential. We got a watch. Of course, you gotta have a watch, regardless if it's a Rolex or whatever you want or whatever you prefer. I just feel like a watch is very, very essential. It's a very, very nice thing to add. A very nice conversation starter too. I'll just put it at the you should get this because you don't have to have it if you don't want it and it's not part of your identity. But yeah, Air Force Ones. If y'all not tapped into the channel, hit that subscribe button right now because if you don't know me, I really advocate for the Air Force Ones. I feel like it's a very like sneaker that is needed in every single collection because it's so versatile. So yeah, we're leaving this in the you need this category. And then the windbreaker. I feel like windbreaker, you can't go wrong. So I'm going to go ahead and just put it in the you should get this category. Now, actually, scratch that. I'll put it in the you need this. So I feel like I have some very valid things in all categories. I feel like I don't want to change things too much because I don't want to overthink it. But you guys let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think these are the worst pieces ever? Do y'all think this list is valid? I feel like it's pretty valid. Y'all let me know what y'all think isn't valid and what y'all disagree with in the comment section down below. But with that being said, you guys, hit that like button if you like this video. And also hit that subscribe and notification bell if you do want to see some more content like this. This is not actually what I more likely do on my channel. I do a lot of sneaker content, maybe some like top 10 lists. I do top 5 lists, sneaker reviews. I do game videos, giving you guys some game every single day. We posting twice a day. So with that being said, my name is Double A. And if you do want to see some more content from me, some more tier lists for that fact, go ahead and click the video right here, and I'll see you in that one.